Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be one of those videos where we're out of the office and out in the community. That's because Audrey's visiting us from the US and Dave right here is already living here. Dave, did you wave? So they know who you are. And what we're going to do, we're waiting on a train right now to go to the city of Karlsruhe, which is the first city I lived in Germany. And Audrey wanted to see France, so I mean, what the heck? Let's go have lunch in France. You can come along. Let's do it. Viewing a train from outside the train. There's some Euro trip.
It is wild, man. So this is my life now, talking about how I miss my wife in the United States so much. And now that
hey everyone, my name's Audrey and I'm here visiting my wonderful friend Steven. He decided that we should check out some different parts of Germany, and right here is the famous Rhine River. And we're going to cross it because on the other side of this river, we're actually going to be in France. How many times can you say that, especially if you live in the US, that you can just cross a river and be in a new country? It's really exciting. This is a sight I never thought I would see, and a sight that I can't wait to share with my husband and more people when we decide to change our lives.
Okay, so I was just filming that bit with Audrey right in front of the Rhine River, and I started telling her the story, true story, that in different places I've been, I always taste the water. When I was visiting the Baltic Sea on the Denmark side, I tasted the water, which it was rather sweet. There's so many freshwater rivers pouring into the Baltic that the water's really not all that salty. When I was in the Arctic Ocean last year in northern Norway, I tasted the water, and that was a little saltier, but if in an emergency you had to drink it, I think you could. And then I was just 2 weeks ago in the Mediterranean on the island of Crete, and I tasted that, and that was salty to the point of disgusting, like the water in Miami. So I've actually never been to the Rhine to the point of touching it before, and here I am. So I figured, hey, Audrey, let's taste the water. So here we go. I expect it to be fresh. Fresh water. Not bad, not bad. I'm not going to serve it with dinner, but it's not bad.
don't take it in my nipples hard. Après, il nous a donné les clés et on a mis un peu.
And this is what passes for a train platform in France. It's like being in a third world country. Apparently they don't feed very well here in France. This is proof that cats are lazy in every part of the world.
Oh, cats are lazy everywhere.
Okay, so we've made it to downtown Lauterburg, and I don't know, it's like 3 in the afternoon, and I am dead serious when I say there's no restaurant available. All of them don't open till late evening. We even got kicked out of the ice cream shop.
How crazy is that? No ice cream.
Dude.
Okay, so spending some time in a small city in France was actually pretty interesting. So I've enjoyed my time in Germany and didn't really feel like it was foreign when I got here. Stepping into France did feel like a whole different country. Right down to the fact that, at least in this town, nothing opens till after 5, which was crazy. But it was still nice to see the different culture just from walking around. And it just goes to show how much difference there is here in Europe. In the States, everything's basically the same. There's differences in certain things like ideologies and things like that, but as for the most part, except for like area, you're gonna see the same houses, you're gonna see the same stores. This is different. This is something I never expected to see. I haven't had a lot of time to, do a lot of videos, even little vlogs while I've been here. I've got a few, but I can tell you this, from the moment I got here, when I touched down in Germany, it wasn't like coming to a different land. It was like stepping into a fairy tale, into an advent calendar. And I've got pictures that look like they belong on an advent calendar box. Everybody is courteous here, polite. They may not necessarily step out of your way if they're running for a train, but it's still, there's common courtesy here. And even if you don't speak the language, they still try to be helpful, which is a beautiful thing, instead of screaming about, well, you're in Germany, why don't you speak German? There's none of that. It's more, how can I help you? I don't speak English, my colleague does. Things like that. It's just been a very different experience, and something that gives me true hope that when me and my husband get here and stay here, that we can have an actual life. I mean, just talking with the German people, things that are big deals to us in the States, they don't care. They do not care. And I don't think I have spoken with anyone who wasn't genuinely happy to meet me. I can say that with 100% certainty. Something that you need to know when you come here is that things aren't the same. That's probably the biggest thing. If you think of things in terms of the United States, if you think of them in terms of America, you think of them in terms of your home city, you're going to be very, very lost here. You have to know that things aren't open on Sundays. You have to know that holidays are for everyone. You have to know that there are whole areas where it's going to be crowded because it's a pedestrian area where there's just shops and things like that. Those are things that you are not going to be accustomed to, but it's very, very normal. It's also very normal to see things that we would consider unsafe, like at the parks and things like that.
Have you seen the children's playgrounds
yes.
here?
They're all ropes courses. I saw one where there's a little trampoline. Kids were just jumping on a trampoline. That would never happen in the United States. So the primary thing that you need to know when you come here is it's going to be different, and you need to come here with an open mind, even if you're only coming for a visit. You have to be willing to absorb the culture while you're here and take it home with you, with the eventual thought of, maybe this could be home. All right, so this ends our day of travel and exploration. I had a great time out with friends, seeing a different country, even though I'm in a different country already. But I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing just a little piece of what I see here. And it's noisy, but I'm gonna say it, if you don't like your life, do something about it, because there's always a way. There's always another thing to do. Ciao.